Hey everyone, it's Janae and welcome to WIP Chat Wednesday. Can you guys believe that it's actually Halloween? What happened to summer? Our summer just non-existent. Anyway, a big welcome to all of you, and if you're new to the channel, again, a huge welcome. I hope that you enjoy the video, and for those of you that are new, this is the last video in a series of 11 videos that is involved with a free giveaway. If you're interested in participating in the free giveaway, I will have all of those WIP chats linked down below. And how this works is you have one main question, you have one bonus question, and then some of the videos will have a second bonus question. So you're probably asking, how can I participate in this? So each video will ask a series of questions. So when you're watching the video, write down the answer to that question, and at the end of the video, go down to the comments below and put your answers in the comment. Now, as I said, there are 11 videos, so that gives you 11 opportunities to win the main prize. It also will give you 11 opportunities to win the bonus prize, and I'm not 100% sure, I think there's 6 second bonus prize questions. So each time you answer in a video, your name will be written down and put in a pool for that particular prize. Now some of you are probably going, well, okay, but what is the prize? Well, the main prize is a Diamond Art Club painting of your choice, shipped directly to you. And the 2 bonus prizes are going to be basically the winner and I will be communicating, and I will let them know that there's an amount allotted that they can choose wherever they want to spend it at. So in other words, if you're the winner of one of the bonus prizes, I will contact you, tell you what the amount is for, and then you will let me know you'd like to use that towards a purchase from like the Diamond Art Club or a purchase from Amazon, somewhere where I can get a gift card that you can use for that purchase. So those are the prizes that are for this free giveaway. Now again, I'm not 100% sure if I mentioned this before, but if I haven't, I'm going to bring it up again. You have up until Friday midnight to answer the questions in those videos. So all the videos are still open. If you want to go back and check and see if you've answered those. If you haven't, you have plenty of time to go through those videos and answer those questions. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email will be down below in the description as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera briefly so I can get myself a little bit more set up. We'll be right back. I think I'm set up here now. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be doing this or that questions. So question 1 is dogs or cats? Okay, so I am a small dog breeder, so that would be dogs. I love dogs, and I currently own Shetland sheepdogs, or better known as Shelties. Some people call them miniature collies, and I really love having them around. They're very personable, they're very loyal, and not to say that cats aren't, but I've always been a big dog fan. So next question. Netflix or YouTube? Well, I watch a lot of YouTube, and for those of you that I'm subscribed to, I love watching your channels, and I can't say watch, I listen. A lot of times I catch up on a lot of your videos at work, so I'll be doing my work but listening to videos. And a couple of times my coworkers will look at me because I'm just laughing, because there's a few creators out there, oh my god, you guys get me laughing so hard, it's funny because they're looking at me like, what the heck are you laughing at? So definitely YouTube. But when I'm at home and I'm not recording, I watch a lot of Netflix. So next question, phone calls or texts? Wow, that one's hard. I think that all depends on the person. Like, I prefer to speak to my mother on the phone versus sending her a text, because sometimes she just doesn't quite understand what I'm telling her in a text, so it's just a lot easier for me to call. But like if it were my husband or my sister, we just text. We don't bother with the phone. So, and honestly, I know texting is a lot easier, it's quicker, but sometimes people can misunderstand what you're saying in a text. So if you're not quite sure how that person's going to take what you're saying on a text, it's probably better to just pick up the phone and call them. That way there's no misunderstanding, because that's happened to me a few times. So let's go to the next question. Toast or eggs? I would say eggs. I love eggs. I can do with or without toast, but I prefer eggs. So next question is cardio or weights? Cardio. I love to work out on a treadmill. Weights are okay, but you may not enjoy doing weights if you haven't worked with them for very long. So I really do like, when I go out and work out, I have a tendency of working out about half an hour to 45 minutes on the treadmill, and then I'll start working out with weights. I believe that for that particular question, it all depends on you, on how you feel, if you're comfortable with weights or if you're comfortable with cardio or if you do both. But for me, I like to do cardio. I'll get this poured in here. And hopefully I didn't miss any. I don't think I did. All right, so let's go with the next one. Facebook or Twitter? Definitely Facebook. I'm not a Twitter. I have a Twitter account, but I get really frustrated with it, so I don't really spend a whole lot of time on Twitter. So the next question is ice cream cone or snow cone? Ooh, that's a tough one. I like both of them, to be honest with you. I noticed they didn't put Slurpee in there. Maybe that might be a question down the road, but I would say ice cream cone. I love snow cones, but I love ice cream far better. So definitely ice cream cone. So the next question is mobile games or console games? I really don't play a lot of games. So I would say if I played games, I would probably want to do mobile games. You know, play on your phone, especially if you're having to wait for something like, you know, your car being repaired or at a doctor's office. You can, you know, have a game to play on your phone, and at least that will pass the time away. Okay, so next one is while walking, music or podcast? Music. I love to listen to music when I'm walking. So definitely music. So before we even continue with that, we're going to ask the first question. So this is your main question. When you started diamond painting, your first diamond painting, What type of drills did you start with? Were they rounds or were they square? So that is your main question. And I will have the questions listed down below just in case. Okay, so let's go with the next one here. iOS or Android? I would say Android. Most of my stuff is Android anyway, but other than I do have an iPad. So I love my iPad. I really do, and I would love to have an iPhone, but unfortunately iPhones are a little too pricey for me, so I stick with Androids. Okay, so next question. Cake or pie? Oh boy, I would say cake. I really do like cake. I like pie too. I mean, they're both really good, and it's something that I don't usually eat very often, but I love cake. And I love to bake cakes, but unfortunately, I try not to because of I'm really trying to lose about 30 pounds. So yeah, we'll stick with the cake. Next question. Swimming or sunbathing? Well, as a teenager, I used to compete in swimming, but as an adult, I would say sunbathing. I love the water, and I've always enjoyed swimming, but the older I got, the more claustrophobic I became, and now I have a hard time putting my head underwater without panicking. So these days I have not been able to swim without putting my head in the water. I just can't do it. My mother developed this particular type of phobia when she was in her early 20s. I noticed it when I was in my mid 30s. So there really isn't any condition or reason for why that happens, but yeah, it's unfortunate because I love swimming, but I just can't put my head under the water without panicking. So next question, high tech or low tech? Is there a low tech? I didn't know there was. I would say high tech, I guess. I didn't know there was a low tech. See, it tells you how tech savvy I really am. Okay, so let's go with the next one. Big parties or small gatherings? I would say small gathering. I don't do well in big crowds, so definitely a small gathering. And I find that when you go to a small gatherings, it's more personable. So you can actually sit down and have a conversation with everyone there versus having to, get up and mingle and walk around. And sometimes when you're in a bigger gathering, I would say 30% of the people that are there you don't even know. So definitely a small gathering. So next is new clothes or new phone? Oh wow, that's tough. Right now I could use a new phone. I can't stand the phone I have, and I've had it for almost 2 years. It is just a real pain in the you-know-what. But I would say new phone. Yeah. If you hear that scratching, that's my dog trying to dig his way to China. No, he's trying to get himself comfortable so he can lay down. But it sounds like he's digging a China. Anyway, next question. Rich friend or loyal friend? That would be loyal friend. You know, money can't buy you everything. And as much as I'm sure some of us can say it would be nice to have some extra cash, I would rather take a loyal friend, someone that I can always count on, and vice versa, than having a friend that has money. Okay, so next question. Football or basketball? Oh, hands down, that would be football. I never really got involved in basketball. I did play basketball in high school, but I never really got involved in watching it as a major sport. So definitely football. Hard work or play hard? That's a tough one too. Um, I'm going to say play hard. You know, when I'm off, I like to spend time with my family and friends and enjoy each, you know, enjoy the company of family and friends. I work really hard during the week, and on the weekends, you know, I try to put that away. So definitely would say play hard. Just one more here. Okay, what's worse, laundry or dishes? Laundry. I don't like doing laundry. I think that is one of the worst chores I have to do. And actually, I don't do it. My husband does. I'm so thankful that he does the laundry because I can't stand to do it. So I would say the laundry. Okay. Jogging or hiking? I love to hike, so that would be what I would do. My knees just cannot jog. Within a matter of 5 minutes, my knees will start to ache. I have arthritic knees, and not a good thing. But I do a lot of aerobic walking, so it's kind of like jogging, but not quite. So definitely would be hiking. Okay, so bath or shower? Bath. I love to take long baths, so I bring a book or my iPad, and I either listen to a story or, like I said, bring a book and read a book while I'm taking a bath. I like to spend, not a huge amount of time in the tub, but I do like to relax and enjoy it. So definitely the bath. So next is sneakers or sandals? Definitely sandals. I do not like shoes. So in the wintertime, I have to suffer and wear boots and shoes. I would prefer to wear sandals. And believe me, those sandals come out as soon as I notice the snow is melting. So, love my sandals. I think I got all of those. So, next is glasses or contacts. If I could wear contacts, I would. Unfortunately, the type of prescription that I wear won't allow it, so I have to wear glasses, unfortunately. So this is 25 that goes there. So next is hamburgers or tacos? Ooh, you know what? That's a toss-up because I like both. Um, wow. Now, if it's a crunchy taco, no. But if it's a soft taco, yes. Love soft tacos. So, hamburger, I love hamburgers, but it has to be like and I know some of you are going to go, oh my God, really? The vegetarian hamburger patty, they're so good. So good. Okay, next one. Couch or recliner? Couch. I like to lay down on the couch, so definitely would be the couch. Okay, so we're going to pause briefly and ask you your first bonus question. So that would be, do you prefer small paintings? So that would be like a 40 by 40 and below, special shape partials, or a large painting with lots of color. So I'm going to read it again. Do you prefer small paintings? That would be a 40 by 40 or lower, special shape partials, or a large painting with lots of color. So that is your first bonus question. We will have a second bonus question later in the video. Yay. So let's go to the next one here. Online shopping or shopping in a store? You know, honestly, I like to do the online shopping. I don't like going to stores anymore. I don't know why. And if you notice, a lot of stores, actually, I'm going to backtrack on that. A couple of months ago, we went down to the States, and we went to the mall down in Grand Forks, and there was nobody in the mall. I mean, nobody. All the restaurants, or the little food vendors, closed down. I think maybe 10 stores were opened, if that. I was shocked. I was like, wow, what happened here? So it looks like malls are starting to actually close down. When I was growing up as a teenager, malls was the big thing, and now it's more shopping online. So, and I'm one of them. I like to shop online. I can't really give you an explanation why. For me, I think it's just I don't want to have to go out in the traffic and fight the traffic going to the store. So definitely would prefer to shop online. So the next question is, receive emails or letters? Definitely emails. Me and the post office right now are not very friendly. I think the post office has some carriers, not all of them, but some, have an attitude, and they just seem to not really care when they're delivering packages. So I'm going to give you a for instance. Today, one of my paintings came in the mail, and when I opened up the box, and I have all of my diamond paintings delivered to me at work because I don't want people taking it out of our mailbox. So when I went to go get the mail for our secretary, there was a key to open up one of the bigger boxes, because they're mailboxes, but they're locked mailboxes, and they're not very big. So I noticed that one of the keys for the bigger boxes below ours was in the box. I opened up that mailbox, and there sat my painting, and it was really long, and the mailman actually shoved it in there, caused the one part of the painting to bend and crease, and it was a mess. I was not a happy camper. So basically, we filed a complaint to the post office, letting them know that, that's just not acceptable. You don't take people's packages and then just shove them in a box and hope for the best, because if that were something that was, breakable, it wouldn't have survived that. So I haven't checked the canvas yet. I'm hoping the canvas is okay, but that box was completely bent in half. It was terrible, terrible. So definitely email. Okay. Next question is passenger or driver? I would rather be the passenger. I have to drive to work every day, 5 days a week. I don't want to have to drive on the weekends. So when me and my husband do our weekly shopping or go somewhere, I have him drive. Now, he kind of looks at me weird because he's like, oh, I don't want to drive. I'm like, wait a minute. You tell me that you only get weekend privileges in the car. Now you're telling me you don't want to drive. So don't complain. But he does. He tells people, it's like a divorce agreement. I get the car on the weekends only. I'm like, oh, give me a break. Now, if the bus took me to work, or I should say, if the bus drove past where I worked, I'd take the bus. But unfortunately, the bus doesn't go that far out, so I have to take the car. And he tells people, oh yeah, I only get weekend rights. I always, at that point, I want to say, okay, let me go grab a chunk of cheese and a bottle of wine. He just kind of looks at me. Anyway, let's go to the next question. Tablet or computer? Oh boy, I'm telling you, that's hard. And this is why. I like my iPad. I really do. But there are some web pages that just are not formatted for phones and iPads or tablets. So if I want to see a specific website and it to look the way it should, you actually have to go on your PC. At least I do. So I would have to say, in that aspect, I would go with more of my computer. Again, it all depends on what you're looking up. So next one is, now this question is basically most important in a partnership. So the question is, intelligence or funny? Wow. I wish I could say both, because I really do enjoy sitting down and having a deep conversation with my husband, but I also like his sense of humor. He's very funny. His sense of humor is similar to mine, so I think that's the reason why we get along so well. We both have a really dark sense of humor. But, in that aspect, in that question, I would say intelligence. Funny is great, but sometimes if you're just not in the mood for it, it gets annoying. So if I could actually sit down and have a conversation, and it's a deep, I wouldn't even say deep, if it was a conversation that I can actually dive into and have a long conversation about, then to me that's fun. I enjoy that. So definitely conversation, or definitely intelligence. Next is car or truck? I'm a truck person. I love trucks. I don't own a truck, but I do love trucks. Cars are okay, but I find that trucks, they're up higher, you can see better, and I just like them. So if I had a choice, if I could buy a truck, it would definitely be a truck. Or if I were out buying a vehicle now, I would definitely pick a truck if I could afford it. Trucks nowadays are just so expensive too. I mean, just ridiculous how expensive they are. So yeah, that's my rant. All right, next question, blue or red? Red. Red has always been my favorite color. Blue is nice. Don't get me wrong, I love blue too. But if I had to pick between the two colors, let's say if I were, to buy that new car, I would definitely buy it in red. Okay, so the next question is money or free time? Well, you really can't enjoy the money if you don't have the free time. I would say I would pick the free time. And again, the reason is, life is too short. It really is. And we can't always focus on money. I mean, as much as it would be nice to have, and you can live a bill-free life, that would be great, but it's not really realistic either. I mean, some people can do that, and that's great. But realistically speaking, the majority of us, that isn't feasible. So if I had to choose between the two, I'd still choose free time, not money. Okay, so let's go with the next question, which is amusement parks or days at the beach? For me, at this age, it would definitely be days at the beach. Amusement parks are fun, hands down. Won't even argue that one. But if someone offered me a day at the beach versus a day at an amusement park, yeah, I would take the beach. Definitely. Let's do the next bonus question. So your last bonus question, do you have a stash of paintings waiting to be done? If so, how many are waiting? So again, that question is, do you have a stash of paintings waiting to be done? If so, how many are waiting? So those are your 3 questions for tonight. And we'll do just a few more questions here. And I grabbed too many. Come on out. There we go. So, at the movies, do you prefer candy or popcorn? Oh, definitely popcorn. Love popcorn at the movies. So yeah, definitely the popcorn. Well, these drills must be staticky because boy, did they ever go up there and clean up on that. So okay, so next question is pen or pencil? I prefer to use pencil because if I make a mistake, I can just erase it. Pens don't erase as easy, so definitely a pencil. So, we're not going to ask that one. So, in your cupboards for your cups, are they right side up or upside down? I always have my cups upside right. Can't say why, I just have always had them that way. So the next one is pancakes or waffles? I am a waffle person. I love waffles. So pancakes are great, don't get me wrong, but I love waffles. Love them. And then we have Coke or Pepsi. In my youth, I drank Coke. I didn't particularly care for Pepsi. It was too sweet for me, but I did like Coke, so I'm a Coke person. Let's swap these out really quick and do a few more questions. Come on. There we go. Okay, so the next question is coffee cups or thermos? I'm a coffee cup type of gal. I like my coffee cup. Thermos, no. Although the tumblers are good, but I would definitely be the coffee cup girl. Next would be blinds or curtains. Curtains. Blinds are too hard to clean. And curtains, at least I can take them down and throw them in the washing machine. So definitely curtains. Next is train or plane. Train. If you watched my video on phobias, you'll understand why. I will definitely take a train. Yes, it takes a little bit longer to get to your destination, but at least you're on the ground. So definitely train. So next is iced coffee or hot coffee. I'm not a big fan of the iced coffee, so definitely hot coffee. Not a huge fan of it. Next is meat or vegetables. Well, I think you guys would know I would be lying if I said vegetables. So, I do like meat. I don't eat that much of it, but I do enjoy it. But I do eat a lot of vegetables. But, you know, if I'm going to be truthful here, I would definitely say meat. Okay, next is international vacation or new TV. Definitely the international vacation. I don't watch a lot of TV, so to go out and buy a brand new TV, it's not that important to me. So definitely the vacation. Save or spend. I would love to save money, but unfortunately my saving money lasts about maybe an hour. So if I could save, I would. I would definitely do that. And I would tell everyone, if you have the chance to save your money, save it. Don't spend it. You need to save that money. So, yeah. Okay, so we're going to continue asking questions until I'm done with the X's, and then I'll close the video. So let's go with the next one. So the next one is honesty or others' feelings. I am a true believer that honesty is the best policy. As much as it may hurt that person to hear the truth, I would still be honest with it. So I don't believe in candy coating anything. Let's just put it that way. So honesty would be the one I would go with. Next is coffee or tea. That would be coffee. I love coffee. And heaven forbid if you start talking to me first thing in the morning and I haven't had my coffee. I can be very grumpy if I haven't had my coffee. Okay, so next is TV or book. I would say that's tough because I like both. I would like to read more than I do, but I don't, and it's unfortunate. So I would definitely say book, but it's one of those things that I have to really motivate myself to do, even though I know deep down that I enjoy reading books. So yeah, it's one of those things. Doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. Okay, so next question is movie at home or movie at the theaters? Well, it depends on the movie, I think. Now, there are several movies that I had wished I had seen in the theater because it just, on the TV, it doesn't do it justice. So, I would definitely say in the theater. But, like I said before, it depends on the movie. If it's one of those movies that you don't necessarily have to see on the big screen, I don't have any problems waiting for it to come out. But if it's something that, you really want to see and you know it's going to be impressive on the screen and not on your TV screen, definitely the theater. I hope that made sense. So next question. Ocean or mountains? Oh, I love the ocean. I love the mountain too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was raised in Washington State. Love Mount Rainier. Love the mountain terrain out there. But if I had to choose the ocean versus a mountain, I'll take the ocean. Definitely. I love the sound of the ocean. Everything about the ocean I love. So definitely would take the ocean. Next question is horror movie or comedy movie? That would be definitely a horror movie. I love horror movies. Now again, it depends on the type of movie it is. I like the types that are suspenseful. They really leave a lot to your imagination. You're not seeing a lot of guts and gore. You don't see intestines flying out or brain matter flying all over the place. No. Suspense thrillers. And those are the types that really leave it to your imagination. And also I'm a big believer that the music is what really makes those movies scary. So bring on the scary sounds. Okay, so that one's done. Now we gotta do peas, and then we should, well, you know what? Just let's finish this part here, and then we'll end it. Sorry, I completely wasn't paying attention. So let's just do the peas real quick and then we'll close the video. So let's answer a few more questions in the process of that. So next question would be city or countryside? Oh, if I could live in the country, I would in a split second. I'm not a big city person, and I've been bugging my husband. I'd really like to move out of the city and into the country, but yeah, as you can tell in my voice, that ain't gonna happen. He's a city guy, so he's never gonna want to move out to the country. But you never know. I might be able to persuade him eventually, when he's halfway in his grave. Oh, I didn't say that, did I? Anyway, let's do one more. Winter or summer? I am a summer person. I love the sun. I love the heat. And winter, I get really depressed because of a condition called SAD. So definitely a summer person. Let me just put these last two peas in here, and I have that done. All right, so dump that out. Okay, everyone, we're going to go ahead and end the video. And thank you so much for all of your support, for participating in the WIP chats and leaving your comments. I really do appreciate that. And remember, if there's any WIP chats or any other type of video that I post and you have questions or you just want to say hello, please do so. I'd love to read your guys' comments. I enjoy them. So, by saying that, as I said before, we're going to go ahead and end the video. Make sure you check out the description below. I will have all of the WIP chats linked down below, so that way if you haven't seen one of those WIP chats and you want to enter your name in those giveaways, those will be open to you until Friday. But remember, Friday at midnight, if any comments are left, they will not be accepted as part of the giveaway. So by saying that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bid you adieu. If you like the video, give it that thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you didn't like the video, totally okay with that. But if you can let me know down below in the comments what you didn't like about the video, that way it helps me improve my videos in the future. Also, if you're new to the channel, a big howdy do. If you like what you see and you like what you heard, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you join the family. But don't forget to hit the bell. The bell will indicate when I've uploaded my next video. So by saying that, everyone, if this is morning for you, have a very pleasant morning. If this is afternoon for you, have an excellent rest of your afternoon. And if this is evening for you, have a very restful evening. Again, my name is Janae, and thank you for spending some time with me tonight on the review. We'll talk again real soon.